This is Blind Views, and yes, I am blind.
7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
You'll never have the sacred stone.
Oh, this you crazy mother.
Now, no, I'm not totally blind. I do have some sight, so I'm not blind in the way that most people think of the word blind. I am, however, medically, technically, and legally blind. I have retinitis pigmentosa, or RP for short. Now, retinitis pigmentosa is a group of rare genetic disorders that cause the breakdown and loss of cells in the retina. Now, the retina is a light-sensitive tissue at the back of the eye that contains photoreceptors. The two classic photoreceptor cells are the rods and the cones. Now, the cones are responsible for color vision, and the rods are light-sensitive but do not discern color. Common symptoms are difficulty seeing at night and loss of peripheral vision, the vision on the sides. Now, if you ever go into the eye doctor and they stick your head in one of these, that is the visual field test. You put your chin on the little thing, they put a couple into one eye, and you stare straight ahead at a dot, then they blink little lights. You have a little clicker in your hand. When you see a light, you click the clicker. That tests your visual field. Unlike other diseases and disorders, symptoms and rate of sight loss vary differently and widely among different people. There is no cure for RP. Some studies have found that high doses of vitamin A can slow down the process. Now, there is an artificial retina that they can implant. However, this is for people with very little or no sight. It allows them to see some light, shades, shadows, things like that. I personally, the vision that I do have, I can see a lot better than that, so that is not an option for me. Now let's talk a little bit about my personal situation. Now, a normal sighted person has a visual field of approximately 200 degrees. My visual field is 13 degrees. Looking through this lens, your visual field is already cut down from what you normally see with your eye. So, I will show you approximately what I see. And let me try to hold this over the lens, and we'll walk around a little bit and I will give you an idea of what it feels like. Now, you know when you come in from outside and it's real bright and you come into a dark room, or vice versa, you go from the dark out into the light, how your eyes adjust, it takes a little bit. Mine take approximately 10 times longer than yours do. I'm very light sensitive and I have very, very poor night vision. If you've ever seen those photographs of traffic at night where they do something to the shutter speed and it leaves those long trails of light, that's how I see traffic at night. My depth perception is also off. Sometimes if I go to set like a glass or something down on a table, I think it's closer than it is and I slam it down on the table. I had a cataract surgery about 14 years ago. I was told by the doctors that it was due to the RP. I haven't driven in over 10 years. Kind of don't miss it from all the crazy people on the road, but it is kind of hard to be dependent on people to get around. Small amount of vision I do have is getting worse as I age, like most people, but it is corrected with lenses. All I have to do is wear glasses to read and do things up close. I am farsighted, I can see pretty good far away, but up close I do need reading glasses. I did take mobility training. I had an instructor who taught me how to get around, basically how to use the cane. I don't prefer, I use it when I have to, mainly for other people's benefit, just so they know that I'm blind, because I don't act blind, I guess, as I am told. So just so they know that I can't see, so when I run into them or knock over their kid or something like that, they know it's because I can't see, not just because I'm a big tattooed freak. I do see little flashes of light once in a while, and that is an indicator to me that one or more photoreceptors are burning out. They kind of flicker, kind of like a star. It flickers and then burns out. That's what these do. When you first find out that you have RP, and that you will probably eventually lose your sight, it can be very discouraging, depressing, confusing, and saddening. I will say, like anything, it's almost like a death. It's like a grieving process. You go through that, and then it does get better. The loss of sight does not mean the loss of life. So for sighted people, I hope this gave you a little bit of information and insight. For anybody that is suffering with RP, I hope this also gave you some insight and some inspiration. I will be doing another video. I will call it Living with Retinitis Pigmentosa. I will share some of my experiences and some little tricks that I've learned how to make life a little easier with the visual impairment. Take that, what I call grieving time, let your mind process it, don't overthink it, don't freak out. It's not the end of the world. This is Blind Views. I am blind. I dealt with it. I think you can handle it too. That's the way I see it.